Hi, this is Yahoo. I'm a option trader. It's Tuesday, August 26, 2025, 6:27 a.m. Japan time. Let's start with a quick look back at yesterday's market, Japan market. The Nikkei closed at 42807, up 0.41% from the previous day. Although it's been moving sideways, not a big change. Volatility index 2425, slightly calmer than the 25 range, PL on 17.78, EPS 2407 yen, just barely holding above the 2400 line. The story here is not really index driven, but rather stock picking driven. Even though the index did not move much, we saw 2148 stocks up, which is about 16% of the market. That tells us you strong names are really strong, while weak names just don't move. One area that stood out as JPY-related stocks linked to Japan's stablecoin initiative that helped give some momentum to the growth market. But overall, this is clearly stock picking a market. On the political side, Prime Minister Ishiba, a minority government, is showing more stability. The polls don't show strong demand for heavy restriction right now. Meanwhile, the Democrat Party is rolling out the idea of a consumption tax cut and the Kushizei. So the backdrop is actually creating a shift from the external demand to domestic demand. This makes the Japanese equities looks more attractive even for foreign investors. On the currency side, what's interesting is that equities and the USD JPY are not moving together. The yen is hovering in the 146, 148 range from 120, and that's still weak, but it's does not look like we are heading for another big leg for the yen depreciation. So again, the theme is rotation from export heavy names to domestic demand price. Also worth noting, Japan's 13-year JGB yield has rise to 3.2%. That's something to keep an eye on, but overall, Japanese and stocks still looks terrible. Okay, next US market. The S&P closed at 6439, down 0.4% yesterday. But remember, it's had rallied 1.52% the day before, and so this is more like a short-term adjustment. In general, the trend is clear. Japan looks stronger than the US right now. Brazilian index 4.79, but still very low. No signal for real fear in the market. So US equities are also fairly stable, moving somewhat in line with Japan. Commodity and crypto and gold and 3365 holding stability in the 3300 to 1. A Bitcoin 109573, it finally broke below 110k dollars. Clearly, money is leaving Bitcoin, not just asset itself, but also the related stocks. Instead, of money is floating into stable related asset. But the key is this, and blockchain technology itself is still drawing attention. As AI grows, push the productivity higher. Blockchain could expand the creative economy as a new infrastructure layer. Next, Persian tech, one piece of the news that touched my eye. The U.S. government bought 10% of the Intel stock. This could be the start of something bigger. As AI adoption accelerated, companies like Intel are no longer just private business. They are turning into the public infrastructure providers. That means government may step in partially owning time them to ensure fair access to society. It might not just US. We could even see the G7 quietly holding stakes in key AI infrastructure players. Imagine a world where companies like Intel, Apple, Google, or Meta are partly owned by government to secure global stability. So I see the Intel purchase not as an isolated event, but as a beginning of trend, partial nationalization of the major tech companies in the AI era. That's something we need to watch closely. That's it for today and market review. If you enjoyed this, I'd appreciate if you could take a long put on my contents. See you tomorrow.